Hello friends, how are you? This is Dr. Shrinagi, Ayurveda and Medicine doctor and also Isha Hatha Yoga teacher. So today in this video we are going to talk about the most awaited topic, that is acidity, and in medical terminology it is called as hyperacidity, and in Ayurveda it is called as Amal Pitta. Many people, whenever they eat anything, or even if they eat a simple food, or if the food is little bit spicy, they feel this acidity problem. Many people find acidity reflux, in which they feel burps and some kind of acid has been formed in the stomach. And if little bit fried sometimes people eat, then they feel this kind of acid coming up kind of sensation. And those people who have been operated for gallbladder, to those patients this acid reflux problem is very common. And even if little bit fried they eat, they want some anti-acid, because there is a lot of hydrochloric acid, HCl, which has been secreted in our stomach in order to digest food. That becomes excess and then we feel acidity. So let's see what Ayurveda has to talk about acidity or Amal Pitta, because Ayurveda way of looking at Amal Pitta or acidity is very different than what a modern point of view to look at Amal Pitta or acidity. Ayurveda says Amal Pitta or acidity or hyperacidity, it is a most common disorder of digestive system, and this happens because of disturbed digestive fire. And in a way it is true, because either the digestive fire becomes aggravated or it becomes very less to generate a digestive disorder, because in Ayurveda it's been said Sarve Roganam Karanam Mandagni, like the cause for all the diseases that happen in human body is Mandagni, means low digestive fire. But hyperacidity is one of the problem in which the digestive fire got aggravated, or excessive digestive fire that cause acidity or Amal Pitta. Various kind of causes are responsible for Amal Pitta or hyperacidity. It includes lifestyle modification, because these days we have moved to cities, our way of living is very modernized, we are going away from our traditional foods, the traditional food which we were eating in our villages or our ancestors were eating, and we are going very away from from our roots, from our lifestyles. No matter whichever country we belong to, whether we belong to India or we belong to any Western country, still we all are going away from our roots. And when we are going away from our roots, that means we are going away from nature. And when we are going away from nature, definitely because of this change in lifestyle and these lifestyle modification, diseases will definitely come in our body. So hyperacidity is also one of such kind of disease. The most common thing that we see as a cause for hyperacidity is fast food, because these days we are so much involved in our work or in our relationships that we don't pay attention to what we eat. So whatever is available in the market as a fast food, we purchasing it, we are just opening the can, heating it and eating it. So these kind of fast foods contains a lot of preservatives, and that are the main reasons for acidity problems. Next way is changing the cooking lifestyle. These days whatever we are doing, we are just mixing everything and putting it in microwave and just taking it out after a few minutes and eating. We are losing our traditional way of cooking. Every country has its traditional way of cooking, because there was a science behind that. It was not just like first to put that, after that this, after that this. So there was a science, art of cooking. It was not like they don't know how to mix everything together and just putting in microwave. It was not like that. There was a science and logic behind that, like at what point of cooking which spice will add its healthiest effect, and to what heat food should be cooked, and what kind of utensil food should be cooked, what kind of food should be cooked. So all these things we are forgetting. Next thing is organic food. We are forgetting organic food. These days the food that we are eating, it contains a lot of adulteration. and most of the times this food is being prepared by using a lot of pesticides, insecticides and a lot of chemicals. So this food doesn't has as much nutritious value as our ancient food has, and that also leads to acidity problems in modern era. One more major cause of acidity in these era is excessive consumption of alcohol. These days we are saying because people are going through a lot of mental stresses, a lot of work problems, relationship problems, and they don't know how to handle these problems. So people are going to choose an easy way out, that is alcohol. So to some extent alcohol still it is tolerable, but people are taking it in excess so that their mind will feel little better. So excessive use of alcohol is also one of the reasons for acidity or hyperacidity. In addition to this, some people are very using excessive salt, like their taste buds are not so receptive to salt, and especially pitta prakriti people, the people who have pitta body type, if they are consuming excessive salt, that also cause hyperacidity problems. Excessive use of tobacco, excessive use of tea, coffee, that also leads to acidity problems. So everything, whatever if you want to take, definitely tobacco, alcohol, I don't support, but even tea, coffee if you want to take, you take in moderate quantities and according to your body type. If you are a pitta body type, definitely you need coffee, like coffee without milk will not suit you, or coffee without cream will not suit you. And if you are taking 5-6 cups of coffee per day, and if you are pitta body type, definitely it will lead to acidity problems. So it is just like people like coffee, but sometimes people are not aware of like what is the thing that they are doing in their life that is causing these acidity problems, especially if you are drinking coffee in empty stomach, and if you have pitta body type, definitely it will lead to acidity problems eventually. So first thing is, if you don't know what is your Ayurveda body type and what kind of coffee will suit you or don't suit you, you can go and click the link below. There are various coffee videos, what amount of coffee, what body type person can drink, and also you can figure out your body type with another link that's been mentioned, that is dosha series video. You figure out your body type and try to involve all the tricks and methods that's been mentioned for specific body type, so that you will your body will feel much more healthier. So in this video I'm not going to talk in details again about that. For details you can watch that video, but today I'm just going to talk only about acidity problems and its causes and how we can relieve it. In Ayurveda, amal means sour. This is Sanskrit word amal, pitta. Amal means sour, pitta means pitta dosha, we know that is means fire. So what happens in amal pitta disease? According to Ayurveda, there is enhancement, there is increase in the pachak pitta. Pachak pitta is the sub dosha of a pitta dosh. Like pitta dosh is of 5 types that is present in our body, and out of these pachak pitta is a subtype of pitta which is responsible for our digestion, and for some reasons this pachak pitta amount in our stomach got increased, that leads to amal pitta. In medical science also, this whole disorder of pachak pitta can be correlated with acid peptic ulcer disease. It is a very common disease of digestive system which happens because of imbalanced digestive fire, or you can say imbalanced pachak pitta. Sometimes this acid kind of burning hyperacidity becomes to that extent that you feel burning sensation in esophagus, this food pipe. Sometimes it feels burning sensation, sometimes you feel nauseatic sensation. Sometimes disturbance in the upper epigastrium, that is the upper region of the stomach, and you feel a lot of uneasiness and discomfort. So all these are the symptoms of hyperacidity. So there can be various causes for hyperacidity. We don't like, for example, sometimes we are eating a lot of oily food, or in some houses people cook a lot of oily food, especially in Indian houses. They put a lot of oil in while cooking. In some houses, not all, but in sometimes it happens, like they are putting a lot of oil in cooking and they don't know the reason why acidity is happening. So one thing they can do, they can reduce the amount of oil that they are using while cooking, and that can also subside the acidity problem. For example, if you are a pitta body type people, or for some reason if you have a lot of heat in the system, that a lot of anything can be the reason for that, and if you are eating a lot of oily food, then eventually it will lead to acidity problems. So one thing you can do, you can reduce the amount of oil in your food. That will subside your acidity. Next thing is, if you are eating a lot of heavy meals, when I'm saying heavy meals means you are eating a lot of fried things in your food, like every day whatever food you are eating, you are just frying things, a lot of fried food you are eating, that comes under the category of heavy meal. And if you are taking a lot of butter, little bit butter is good for health, but if you are using butter in a heavy way, like too much butter you are using, or excessive groundnuts you are using, or excessive dry fruits you are using, then these meals comes under Guru Ahar or heavy meals. So if this kind of food you are eating, that means it is definitely difficult to digest, and whole of the food will not get digested properly, and ultimately it will lead to hyperacidity. So don't include too much heavy diet in your daily routine. Like sometimes if you want to have a lot of the fried things, it's fine, but in daily cooking, if you are using a lot of fried stuff, then it is not good for health. Another one more reason has been seen for acidity is if you are taking excessively dry meal. For example, you are eating only bread. You are not using any vegetable with that, you are not using any butter with that, you are not using anything with that, just dry food if you are eating. When you eat excessive dry food, that disturbs the Vata dosha, and ultimately it disturbs the digestive fire, it makes digestive fire very imbalanced, and ultimately it also leads to Pitta dosh imbalance, that means hyperacidity. Now let's see what are the actions that we are doing in our day-to-day life that may lead to hyperacidity. For example, if we are keeping ourselves awake throughout the night, like we are watching some movies, or we are just sitting idle for no reasons, we just don't want to sleep, we just want to talk, or we just want to watch a movie and sleep late. So when we are doing these kind of things, and in the morning when we eat food, that means your digestive fire becomes very disturbed, and when in the morning when you get up at 8 or 9 o'clock, and after that immediately if you are putting food inside, that will also leads to indigestion and hyperacidity problems. So I recommend, please try to sleep before 12 at night, because then your stomach will get enough time to digest your food properly. Next thing is, if you are taking tobacco, tobacco is also very hot in potency, and some people who are eating tobacco, for them acidity problem is very common. So if you are taking tobacco, please stop using tobacco, because it is not good for health and it will lead to acidity issues. If you are taking doing smoking, and smoking in excessive way, then this excessive smoking also leads to acidity problems. And beverages like alcohol, the excessive alcohol also disturbs the epithelial lining of the stomach, and ultimately it leads to peptic ulcer disease or acidity problems. Also, it has been seen, like many people, if little bit pain they have, like in head or in some body pains, they very commonly they are taking painkillers. Most of the painkillers have side effect of acidity. So many people are not aware of, they are just taking painkiller in a routine way, like if they have back pain or if they have headache, very commonly they are taking these painkillers. And these painkillers, most of the painkillers, if you go through the literature, they have side effect as acidity or hyperacidity. So one thing, when it is not needed, if pain is not that much, try to reduce pain by natural ways, by some exercise, yoga or natural herbal remedies, rather than taking painkiller daily, because daily use of painkiller has side effects, and for prolonged, if you are using for a month or something, then it will cause acidity problems. So when we say acidity, what are the things that comes under acidity? Many times many people feel indigestion, some people feel nausea, like vomiting kind of tendency, heaviness sometimes feel, loss of appetite, like they don't feel like eating anything, and heartburns, like very burning kind of sensation it happens. But if you feel these kind of symptoms, you best thing is don't go for self diagnosis or become a self doctor and just thinking like it is acidity. It is always best that you go to any doctor and ask, tell these symptoms to that person, so that doctor can confirm like it is really a acidity problem, no other underlying disease is responsible for that, because these kind of symptoms also happen in many other diseases. So, I always recommend a person not to go for self medication, always take prognosis and diagnosis from a doctor. And if he is saying it's acidity problem, then the question comes like, what are the do's and don'ts that we need to do for acidity and not to do for acidity. But don't go for self diagnosing thing, always consult doctor before taking any medicine. So let's understand, when we don't treat acidity, or if acidity is going on and we are ignoring it, what happens? Because if acidity keeps on going and going and going for 1 month or 2 months, it can lead to peptic ulcer disease, because this acid, if it is producing in your stomach in excess, slowly it start disturbing the stomach lining, and then it will lead to peptic ulcer disease, that is the complication of acidity. So, we should not go into the complications, we should treat acidity as soon as it start happening, because if we control acidity on in the very basic thing, then it will not lead to complications. So, it is not like its complication is very difficult or very serious, but it is just why to live in a disease when a person can live in healthy state. So, let us see what are the do's and don'ts that we can do to reduce our acidity. One thing is coconut water. This coconut water is extremely beneficial. There is coconut. Coconut water is extremely beneficial for acidity or hyperacidity. If you live in a place where this coconut water is available, you drink early morning one coconut water. So, this, especially this raw coconut, like green coconut water, that is extremely beneficial for acidity, because it is cooling in potency and it will provide all the nutrients to your body which are needed, because all the nutrients that are present in coconut water, they are very natural and it is very beneficial for health. So, people who have acidity problems, they can go for coconut water. But at the same time, make sure like you should not have throat infection when you are drinking coconut water, because it will aggravate the throat infection. Next thing is, try to have light meals. When I say light meals, try to have boiled meals and avoid all the fried food, and also avoid all these nuts, excessive nuts. 2-3 nuts is fine, but if you are eating nuts in excessive way, then these are not beneficial for health. Try to include vegetables in your food, especially at night food. Try to have cooked vegetable or vegetable soup, and try to keep your food light. Don't eat excessive, like for example, if your previous food has been not digested, don't put another food into your stomach, and there should always be a gap of 4 hours between 2 meals, 4 to 6 hours between 2 meals. In addition to that, in the morning, start your morning with a bowl of fruits. That would be very beneficial for you. Among fruits which works very good for acidity is pomegranate. Pomegranate is extremely beneficial for acidity. In addition to that, you can have gooseberry. Gooseberry is also very beneficial to overcome acidity. And ashgard juice. If you get fresh ashgard, this fresh ashgard juice, you can put little bit, very pinch of pepper and little bit of salt, and it is also extremely beneficial for acidity problems. Try to incorporate all the leafy vegetables in your food, because leafy vegetables have a capability to subside acidity problems. Take adequate amount of water throughout the day. You can also take this water in a form of juice, like for example, you can have pomegranate juice, pomegranate and carrot juice in combination you can use. That will help you to reduce acidity. Or if somebody is drinking milk, he can also have lukewarm milk, but make sure the milk should not be from packets. It should be from farm directly, where cows are not being tortured. Somebody himself is taking out milk from the cow, from that kind of cow who has been taken care of very well. So if you are drinking milk, you can, if you have an option to have this kind of milk, then you can have milk also, but never take warm milk. Always take milk lukewarm, and don't take milk empty stomach. In addition to that, avoid excessive spices. If you are using excessive spices, then please avoid excessive spices, because if you are pitta body type and if you are taking excessive spices, means that will lead to hyperacidity problems. So it is just a simple change in diet that you can do, and you will come out of acidity issues. In addition to that, you can do yoga, pranayam. Pranayam is extremely beneficial for acidity problems. So you can do yoga, you can do pranayam and meditation, because many times it happens when a lot of stress in your mind, a lot of anxiety, anger, or for some reason you are always angry, that also leads to acidity problem, because that disturbs the physiology of your body. It is not like whatever we think that has impact on our body, and whatever happens in our body that has impact on our mind. So everything is interrelated. So we need to make sure like how to keep ourselves present. So one of the technique by which we can keep ourselves better is try to do yoga, pranayam, meditation. It is not in one day. If you do yoga and pranayam, the transformation will happen, but slowly if you keep it doing it slowly, eventually your anger levels will come down. You will feel more pleasant, and especially if you do pranayam properly, it will calm and relax your mind in a better way, so that you can overcome this anger and unnecessary irritation or hormonal imbalance that happens in certain days for women and even for men also. So you can try these things, and that will help you to overcome acidity and just keep your mind stress free, because these days the kind of work and the kind of world we are, a lot of stress is there in work situations. So these are the techniques that we can make the part of our life to try to live stress free life, so that less acidity problems. So the things that you should do to avoid acidity is, don't take excessive spicy food and excessive salty food, because both are like, salt means it will enhance the amal, the acidic content, that will be enhanced, and excessive spice means it will enhance the pitta, that is fire, tejas. So both of these contents, for a hyperacidity patient, you just reduce both the spices and salt content in your food. Next thing is, avoid fried food and avoid junk food. Try to have food from of organic origin. That will be extremely beneficial for you. Include fruits in your diet. Fruits will be extremely beneficial to overcome acidity. Do not indulge in too much fasting, or do not keep yourself hungry too much. The reason behind that is because you already have disturbed digestive fire, and this hyperacidity problem is, a lot of acid is already there in your stomach, and if you don't put food in your stomach, then it will start burning, it will start disturbing the epithelial lining of your stomach. So that would not be so good for your health. Don't overeat, because when you overeat, that means it is equal to heavy meals. Whenever you will have heavy meals, that will lead to hyperacidity. Just eat adequate amount of food. Don't, if food is tasty, don't overeat. Avoid excessive citrus fruit initially, because that will also lead to acidity problem if somebody has excessive acidity problem, and especially if somebody has peptic ulcer disease. So if somebody has gastric ulcer disease or peptic ulcer disease, for those people, try to have those fruits which are not very sour, and eventually when health start becoming better, then you can even use sour fruits. Avoid lying down in bed immediately after having food. So immediately after having food, please go for a walk for 15 to 20 minutes, so that food will digest naturally, and unnecessary enzymes will not be secreted in your stomach. Also try to avoid unnecessary use of painkillers, because as I said, these painkillers are also responsible for many acidity problems. And so you can include fruits in your diet, you can take a lot of juices, vegetables you can make a part of your life. So all these healthy things, try to change little bit of lifestyle, and just throw back this acidity from your life. And if you have any questions regarding acidity, please write to me. I will try to answer your questions in the best possible way. Self-medication, I always say, just self-diagnosing and self-medication is not good for health. Always confirm whether you have acidity or you don't have acidity with the nearby doctor. Once doctor write you because you have an acidity problem, no other underlying pathology behind the symptoms that comes that looks like acidity, so then you can go for all the do's and don'ts that are responsible for acidity. So that is the right way to approach any disease. So self-medication, I always request people to avoid self-medication, that because that is also one of the reasons for acidity, because many people just take painkillers and ultimately lands into acidity problems. So that's all for today. And if you have certain topic on which you want to know about Ayurveda or certain disease, you please write down to us. We will try to answer your questions in the best possible way. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching me. And with this note, I would like to say stay healthy, stay blessed, take care. Wishing you a lot of happiness and just get rid of this acidity. Take care. Bye.